I'm joined today by Suzanne from ST Tech. Hey, Suzanne.
Hi there.
Hey, like me, you've probably read the latest GfK data from Boss Federation, and we see decline in traditional office supplies continue. And in order for anybody reselling in this world, they need to look at new revenue streams. And really love your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I think it's no surprise. I think to the channel, I think the way that we have worked has changed over the years. So traditional products are going to decline, but actually the great thing about the channel is there's new areas and there's new areas to be explored. It's just a case of looking in the right area.
Yeah, no, I think that's a really, really good point. And I know for sure you're going to say that AV is a really good place for dealers to be looking, and that's perfectly okay. But there are quite a few different horizontal categories that dealers can be looking at. I think AV is one of them. I'd like to talk about that a little bit more. There's cleaning and hygiene, feminine hygiene, which are close to Highlands' heart. Also, furniture accessories, again, close to Highlands' heart as well. So, but if you look at your area of expertise and specialization around AV, is there a particular kind of current dealer profile that would fit into that best and be easier to launch from, or can anyone get involved? I'm just sort of intrigued. So,
I think within the dealer client base, there's a lot of opportunities to go for, because first of all, I would always say furniture and interiors, because you're already in the room, you're already having those conversations.
Yep.
And when was the last time you were in a meeting room with no display? That's how we work now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Absolutely. So probably somebody coming from a furniture background, or have some sort of insights into office refurbs or office fit outs and so forth, would fit more naturally into AV, but it doesn't necessarily have to come from there, does it? So
no, I think the main thing is it doesn't have to be you don't need the technical expertise, you don't need to be coming from a technical background. It's more about how your business operates and how AV can fit in and complement. So it's an evolution rather than a change in direction.
Yeah, and I would argue that it's exactly the same for categories like hygiene and feminine hygiene and so forth. It's more about ensuring, as a dealer or a salesperson for a dealer, asking the question. It's about like you walk into your boardroom and say, hey, that audio visual display looks pretty old. Is it still working? Or it could be, or it hasn't worked for years. We've just never got around to changing it, and that presents an opportunity. In the same way, we would argue that every toilet in the United Kingdom needs Harpic to clean it, and if you're not selling Harpic to your customer, somebody else is. Yeah, so get on board. Yeah. So if I come back to the world of AV. What sort of knowledge or skill sets would a reseller need to have in order to really maximize their opportunities in terms of selling that category?
Well, I think really to begin with, none. It's actually, first of all, is identifying the opportunity, because working with ST Tech and working with our partners, we take that strain from you, whether it's a case of you want to be trained up or whether you want it managed for you. So, and I think that's one of the fears with AV is the technical expertise, but actually it's more the drive to build the category is the important element.
Yeah. So effectively, you in your business are taking some of the pain away from needing that technical knowledge in order for them to sell. So it's about the customer relationship and having the courage to ask the question and get involved in the first place. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think, like you said, it really is a case of asking that question. That's and that's opening up that route from there. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, and to be fair, I think it's true for any of these categories. And I think from my observations, the really smart dealers, I guess, the ones that are going to continue to grow and thrive are those ones that are prepared to go out and ask their customers, where do you buy your AV from? Where are you buying your cleaning supplies from? Where are you buying your break room supplies from? And being able to consolidate that under one great customer relationship. Because I know from my own experience that dealers have fantastic customer relationships. They also have fantastic data about what their customers are buying or not buying. It's just about using it. Yeah. So, and if there are any dealers out there watching this, Suzanne, or interested in your offerings at ST Tech, what do they need to do?
Well, get in touch. I run a bi-weekly webinar every second Wednesday. If anybody wants to jump on and hear more about the opportunity, if it's something that they're thinking about or want to progress. But listen, I'm only at the end of the phone, so give me a call.
Brilliant. Okay. All right. Well, look, thanks very much for your time today. I really, really appreciate it. And by the way, it's exactly the same for Highlands. If anybody wants more information about what Highlands is doing, they can reach out. And Suzanne, I think what you're offering is fantastic for dealers, and I think they'd be foolish not to at least say hello and get in touch and understand a little bit more. So good luck with that. For those listening, thank you very much for taking the time to listen to us today. If you've got any thoughts on other topics you'd like us to cover, please let us know. Share this content. And again, lastly, thanks, Suzanne. Take care.
Yeah, thanks, Gordon. Thanks, guys.